Ever wonder why some players seem totally unfazed by hard hitters, while the rest of us are just trying not to get hit? It's not because they have superhuman reflexes or nerves of steel. The truth is, they know something that most players don't. And today, I'm going to let you in on their secret. Get ready to join the elite group of players who can shut down even the most aggressive opponents with ease. Imagine you quickly move to the kitchen line, and your opponent winds up for another crushing drive. Their paddle swings through the air like a wrecking ball, and you can almost feel the impact before it happens. But what if I told you their power could be their downfall? Here's the thing. Most players think they need to fight fire with fire when facing a banger. They try to match power with power, and that's exactly where they go wrong. The real secret to beating hard hitters isn't about having a bigger hammer. It's about being the anvil. So why do so many players fail to exploit this weakness? It's simple. They're afraid. When you're staring down a shot that looks like it could take your head off, your instinct is to back away or swing wildly, but that's exactly what the banger wants. They're counting on you to make mistakes, to pop the ball up, or to give them an easy target. Let's break down what's really happening when a banger unleashes one of those monster shots. The harder they hit, the less control they have. It's just physics. All that power means the ball is traveling at lightning speed, but it also means the slightest miscalculation can send it flying off course. And that's where your opportunity lies. The key is in your paddle stability and grip pressure. When you're blocking a hard shot, you need to have a firm wrist. A loose wrist is like trying to catch a fastball with a wet noodle. It's just not gonna work. You want your paddle to be like a solid wall, ready to absorb and redirect all that power. You're not just blocking the shot. You're using the banger's own power against them. It's like martial arts for pickleball. The harder they hit, the more energy you have to work with. And if you can control that energy, you can send it right back at them in a way they're not expecting. So how exactly do you do this? It's all about the low volley block technique. Instead of trying to match their power, you're going to keep your shots low and penetrating. You want to aim for the depth of their feet, forcing them into an awkward position. This keeps the ball out of their strike zone and makes it incredibly difficult for them to attack effectively. The beauty of this technique is that it doesn't require superhuman reflexes or strength. It's all about positioning, timing, and a little bit of physics. Master this, and you'll see those hard hitters start to crumble. However, mastering this technique is just the first step in dismantling a banger's game. Now that you know how to neutralize their power, it's time to learn how to turn the tables and go on the offensive. You've mastered the art of defense. But what if you could make those hard hitters regret ever trying to overpower you? There's a counterattack strategy so effective. It can turn a banger's confidence into their biggest weakness. Ready to learn the move that'll have them second-guessing every shot? Counterattacking in pickleball isn't just about hitting hard. It's about outsmarting your opponent. When you're facing a banger, you need to be ready to turn their aggression against them. The key is to wait for that moment when they give you a slightly higher, slower ball. That's your chance to strike back and take control of the point. But here's the catch. Counterattacking against hard hitters isn't without risks. Time your shot wrong, and you might find yourself on the receiving end of an even more powerful attack. It's a high-stakes game of pickleball chess, where one wrong move can cost you the point. That's why so many players struggle with this strategy. They're caught between the fear of making a mistake and the desire to fight back. The psychology behind effective counterattacks is fascinating. When you successfully turn a banger's power against them, it does more than just win you a point. It gets inside their head. Suddenly, that player who was so confident in their hard-hitting style starts to hesitate. They begin to question whether every aggressive shot is worth the risk. And that's when the tables really turn. So what makes a successful counterattack shot? It's all about keeping the ball low and aiming for your opponent's weak spots. You want to target their feet or the open areas of the court. This strategy is like kryptonite for bangers. They struggle to attack balls that are low and directed at their feet. It's not about matching their power. It's about using precision and placement to catch them off guard. Now, I know you're itching to learn the ultimate counterattack move. Well, get ready, because I'm about to unveil the Crosscourt Dip strategy. This technique is a game changer against aggressive players. It targets their weaker side, and creates opportunities for winners by exploiting their positioning. The best part? It's simpler than you might think. Here's how it works. When you see that slightly higher ball coming your way, you're going to use a quick, controlled stroke to send it diagonally across the court. The key is to put a bit of topspin on the ball, making it dip down sharply as it crosses the net. This shot is incredibly difficult for bangers to handle. They're used to balls coming straight at them with power, not these sneaky, angled shots that seem to drop out of nowhere. But here's the thing. Knowing how to execute this move is only half the battle. The real skill lies in knowing when to use it, and that's exactly what we're going to dive into next. Because in pickleball, timing isn't just important, it's everything. You know that feeling when a banger catches you off guard with a powerful shot? It turns out there are subtle cues that can telegraph their every move, but most players miss these signs completely. What if I told you there's a simple system to decode a banger's body language? In pickleball, anticipation isn't just a nice-to-have skill, it's a game changer. Being able to predict your opponent's next move gives you a massive advantage. It's like having a secret superpower that lets you be in the right place at the right time every time. And when you're facing a hard-hitting player, this ability becomes even more crucial. So why do so many players struggle to read bangers effectively? It's simple. They're too focused on reacting to the shot instead of anticipating it. When you're up against someone who's hitting missiles at you, it's easy to get caught up in just trying to survive. But here's the thing. Bangers often have predictable patterns in their play. They tend to hit hard shots from the back and move forward aggressively. If you can spot these patterns, you can start to anticipate their moves. Let's break down some of the subtle cues in a banger's body language and positioning. One of the biggest tells is their stance. If you see a player leaning forward and preparing for a big swing, chances are they're gearing up for an aggressive shot. Their footwork can also give you clues. Quick, decisive steps often signal an incoming attack. Another key indicator is the angle of their paddle. A big backswing is usually a dead giveaway that they're about to unleash a power shot. And here's a pro tip. If that backswing is particularly exaggerated, there's a good chance the ball might go out if it's hit high. This knowledge can help you decide whether to let the ball fly or make a play on it. Now, let's talk about common patterns in aggressive play styles. Bangers often fall into predictable rhythms. They might alternate between hard drives and drop shots, or they might favor one side of the court for their power shots. By paying attention to these patterns, you can start to anticipate their next move before they even hit the ball. I know you're eager to learn how to put all this information together. Well, get ready, because I'm about to reveal the 3-point check system for reading bangers. This simple but powerful technique will transform your ability to anticipate aggressive players. Here's how it works. First, check their feet. Are they setting up for a power shot or a softer touch? Second, look at their paddle. Is it in position for a big swing or a controlled tap? Finally, watch their eyes. Where are they looking on the court? This 3-point check will give you a wealth of information about their next move. But remember, even with perfect reads, you still need lightning-fast reactions to make the most of this information. And that's exactly what we're going to cover next. Get ready to supercharge your response time and leave those bangers wondering how you always seem to be one step ahead. Ever wonder why some players seem to have cat-like reflexes on the court? Here's a secret. It's not just natural talent. There's a simple system that can dramatically improve your reaction time, and it's about to change your game forever. When it comes to pickleball, especially against those hard-hitting bangers, your reaction time can make or break a point. But here's the thing. Most players have it all wrong. They think reaction time is something you're born with, like having blue eyes or being tall, but that's not the case at all. The truth is, your ability to react quickly on the court is more about technique and practice than some innate superpower. It's not about having superhuman reflexes. It's about setting yourself up for success with every move you make. So, what does it really take to have lightning-fast reactions in pickleball? It starts with your ready position. You want your paddle up, knees bent, and feet shoulder-width apart. This stance is like your launch pad. It allows you to explode in any direction the moment you need to. It's amazing how many players neglect this fundamental aspect and then wonder why they're always a step behind. But the ready position is just the beginning. To truly supercharge your reaction time, you need to focus on developing automatic responses to different types of shots. It's like training your body to react before your brain even has time to process what's happening. And the best part, this is something you can improve with practice. Now, let's talk about the role of positioning. You know those players who always seem to be in the right place at the right time? It's not luck, it's smart positioning. After every shot, you should be resetting to your ready position. This constant readiness is what allows you to handle even the most unpredictable bangers. But here's where it gets really interesting. Your mental game plays a huge role in your physical reaction speed. When you're laser focused and anticipating your opponent's moves, you're priming your body to react faster. It's like your mind and body are working in perfect sync, ready to respond to whatever comes your way. I know you're eager to learn how to put all this into practice. Well, get ready, because I'm about to introduce you to the Micro Drill Reaction Time Training System. This method is a game changer, focusing on quick hand movements and simulating real game situations to boost your responsiveness. Here's how it works. You'll start with rapid-fire drills using tools like the Dink Master, focusing on making fast, precise movements with your paddle. Then you'll progress to drills that mimic the unpredictable nature of a real match, training your body to react instinctively to different types of shots. With these techniques in your arsenal, you're not just going to survive against bangers, you're going to thrive. You'll be blocking shots you never thought possible and leaving your opponents wondering how you always manage to be one step ahead. But remember, this is just one piece of the puzzle. To truly dominate on the court, you need to put all these strategies together. So there you have it, the ultimate playbook for taking down those hard-hitting opponents. Remember, it's not about trying to out-muscle them. It's about being smarter, more strategic, and turning their aggression into your advantage. Now, it's time to put these techniques into practice. Head to the courts, work on your low volley blocks, perfect that cross-court dip, and sharpen your ability to read your opponent's next move. It might take some time, but stay patient. Before you know it, you'll see your win rate against bangers start to climb. And hey, why not test your new skills at an upcoming tournament? The Pickleball National Championships, or even your local club tournaments, are great places to put these strategies to the test. The next time you face a banger, you won't be dreading it. You'll be excited for the challenge. Because now you've got the tools to not just survive, but to thrive against any opponent. Before you go, consider taking your game to another level by working on one of the most important shots in the game, the serve. Learn how to get more aces and take control by watching my video, How to Develop a Devastating Pickleball Serve. Thanks for watching.